think it's funny that Austin Cindric gets penalized and Denny Hamlin didn't, and we'll talk about it. Anybody that was watching that race knows exactly what it was. And Denny Hamlin wanted to be upset, and I slid on dirt, and there was dirt and this and that on the track. Spare me, bro. What's going on, y'all? I'm Brandon Atlanta Man Bang, coming to you live right here at Coach's Corner, the center of the universe, Thunderbolt, Georgia. Another episode of Rubbin' and Grubbin'. Rubbin' is racing, grubbin' is tasting. Man, I hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. Hey, we're halfway through the work week. We got, about another week? Week and some change till Patty's Day coming up. Kids gonna have a good time. Hey, man, I'm glad everybody is tuning in on Wednesday. But, hey, man, getting into the word of the day. If you're new to tuning in this show, the way we like to start this out is I have no idea what the word is going to be, but Lawrence will throw it up every time I say it. Make sure you take a sip of your favorite adult beverage. I always like to say it's age appropriate. If you're under 21, man, it's Wednesday. Look, stay up late, sweet tea, Kool-Aid, Red Bull, whatever it may be, man. Play along. So last week's word was road course, which going into Circuits of the Americas. I'm sure I said that a few times. Probably had a pretty good buzz. So this week's word is going to be, I have no idea, but make sure you play along. Take a sip, y'all. So getting into the NASCAR news, back-to-back, man. Christopher Bell, baby. Hey, we had him on that top 5 list last week, man. Here, we're picking them. We're picking them this year on Rubbin' and Grubbin'. We're not going to miss. I'm going to try not to miss. We're going to pick the winner of every race in the top 5, I hope, man. We're on good terms so far, but I tell you what, man. Christopher Bell's on a mission. Opening up back-to-back, first back-to-back winner of the season right there. Really showing you what this young kid can do. A lot of talent, man. Super good win there for him. I don't mind it. Not a Toyota fan, but I don't mind it. Go ahead, T-Bill. So, all kinds of penalties. Man, I tell you what, it came out today, all kinds of different penalties. Austin Cindric, which I'm going to tell you guys like this. How Austin Cindric gets penalized and Denny Hamlin doesn't, I have no idea. But at the end of the day, look, Austin Cindric penalized 50 driver points, 50,000 or however many thousands of dollars it is, whatever, for retaliation and Ty Gibbs or whatever might have happened there. But Briscoe got his back, man. Briscoe's getting his 100 points back, dude. So, changing some things up. We're only 3 races in or whatever it is into the season, but at the end of the day, man, it changes a lot of things up already. So, a couple little shake-ups. We'll keep an eye on it and see what's going on, and a little bit more on that Denny Hamlin stuff here later on in the show for sure. So, I think NASCAR added a little fuel to the fire, man. NASCAR doing 23-11. I mean, man, we're just going to get caught up in delegations in court and just go back and forth and arbitrations and all this and that, man. I mean, at the end of the day, it's, I don't know, man. I don't know what the right answer is for them and those 2 team ownerships, but they fired back today with 23-11 in front row and called them an illegal cartel. That's what NASCAR called them, an illegal cartel, which, I've said it for years, and anybody that's been following the sport for years knows NASCAR is its own entity. It owns it. I mean, it owns it outright. So, get with it or get out, I guess. That is what it is. Interesting, though. We'll see where it trickles down to. I'll keep you posted all year, man. So if you guys haven't yet, go out, like, share, follow, all that social media, y'all. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, now known as X, formerly known as Twitter. But most importantly, go out, subscribe to the damn YouTube channel, y'all. I'm telling you guys, what it's all about. Subscribe to that YouTube channel. We're up, man. We're doing pretty good this year. I think we opened the year at like 404 or 405. We're at like 417, so we gained in 3 weeks. We gained a few, man. We got to get up there, Giving away the Ryan Blaney helmet, as always. We're going to talk about that, but we got a lot of other giveaways to do, man. If you're, new to tuning in, there's all kinds of stuff we do, not only here at Coach's Corner, but on Rubbin' and Grubbin' as well. So, again, follow that social, go out, subscribe. A lot of cool giveaways. A lot of good way to connect with some cool NASCAR fans out there, man. So make sure you're subscribing, y'all. So, what a run in the Xfinity Series there. I tell you what, man, Connor Zillett just showed his worth right there, baby. I mean, he slayed him, laid it down on him right there, man. So, talented young driver. Got the checkered flag. We'll see if he can keep it up as we move forward throughout the season, man. I'm really interested to see what this young kid can do. The hype is real. Now, there again, we'll see if he can keep it up and have a season like we've seen some of the superstars in Cup Series have. So we'll see what he can do, man. Again, man, favorite part of the show, checker flag for charity, you guys. If you're new to tuning in, we like to do this is whatever car number wins that race, we donate in. Anything under Christopher Bell is always at 20. Hey, Christopher Bell on the 20 wins again. Oh, back to back brings it up to $87 on the year right there. Just off checker flag for charity. We got some good, cool events coming up. We're actually getting the Sound Garden kicked off this week right here. It's going to be a great weekend filled with music at the best music venue in Savannah, if you ask me, which we'll talk about that more in a bit. But I tell you what, man, like I say all the time, everything donated into this through all the charities and everything we do here at Coach's Corner and on Rubbin and Grubbin all stays local. It's a great feel, man. You can come out to Coach's, eat lunch. You want to donate in, tell somebody, hey, I want to throw in, check your flag for charity. They'll make sure it gets to us. It's a great feel. You get some lunch, cold beer, giving back to the community. Come on, man. I mean, you can't get any better than that. So, again, as always, greatly appreciated. Looking forward to this year. Got a lot of things to talk about. I'm going to say once we get into May, early summer, we start getting these kids out of school and really breaking it down. I have a little bit more time. We're really going to do some things this year to push the envelope to try to raise some money for these charities and charitable reasons that we do here at Coaches and on Rubbin and Grubbin. So stay tuned, follow, subscribe, donate when you can. And like I say all the time, it doesn't matter. Nickels, pennies, dimes, 10, 20, 150s, whatever you got to give, man. Give it to it. Stays in the community, man. That's what it's all about. So before we get going into that who's hot and who's not, gotta give a big shout out to my main man, Parker Eccles over there, owner operator, Arborman Tree Service, the best tree service in Savannah. I tell you what, it doesn't matter what it is, full tree removal, stump grinding, getting some limbs cut back. You need an estimate, give Parker and his team a call. Again, locally owned, locally operated, fully insured. You'll see that number scrolling on the bottom of the screen all night long. Make sure you give him a call. Mention Rubbin and Grubbin. I don't know what he'll do for you. He might cut something off. I don't know. Yeah, if you're our friend from back in the day, ain't no telling what he'll do for you, man. But anyways, Parker, I love you. And as I always say, no job too big, too small. Give Parker a call, baby. There it is, man. So getting into the who's hot, and I'm gonna tell you guys what, I would never think of the day that I would ever come out and say Toyota and see Bill is the hottest driver right now on circuit, baby. I'm telling you what, 2 out of the first 3 races, kicking ass, taking names. I don't know. I'm ready to see what lies ahead in this 2025 season for him because I tell you what, he's starting out hot, and I feel like we hadn't even gotten to the best part of his schedule yet. So we'll see what he can continue to do. Number 2 on the hot list, come on, baby. Willie B, you know Big Hat Byron, 24 car. I mean, come on, look at it. Daytona, back-to-back Daytona wins there. Really good showing early in the season. Runner-up here at COTA this past weekend. I mean, I think he's doing it. Him and Rudy Fugel, again, like I said, great tag team there with crew chief and driver. We'll see if they can continue rolling in through the season and see how many wins they end up with, but I'll take them second right now. Third for me, another Toyota, man. Tyler Reddick, baby, I'm telling you, the Hamburglar himself, boy, Tyler Reddick is laying it down. Not such a good run there in Atlanta, 19th or 20th, you know, top 20, but I tell you what, he's showing speed, he's coming into his own. Be on the lookout for that 45 and 2311 car. They're going to have some speed all year for sure. Who's not? Man, I'm going to tell you who in my eyes is not, is Ross Chastain, baby. Ross Chastain is the coldest driver on the circuit right now. One, you done started some ish with Hocevar there at Atlanta, mad about being aggressive. Of all people, you ain't got nothing to talk about. And then this weekend, you want to dive bomb into one on lap 0 and take out my boy. Man, I can't do it. I ain't got that. I'll burn something Ross Chastain for the years over. I'm going to buy something just to burn it. I'm not saying Ford is cold, baby, but they ain't won yet. And I tell you what, we're 3 races in going to 4. Phoenix is going to be their best shot in the next couple. I will tell you that. So if they don't get it done this weekend, we might go 6, 7 races without a 4 win. We're just going to have to wait and see. But, you know, at the end of the day, showing speed but not getting those finishes they need. We'll see if they can pick it up, man. So getting ready to get into that COTA recap, but before we do, we're going to pause for station identification right here at Coach's Corner Sports Network, the center of the universe. Cheers, y'all. Happy Wednesday. Oh, yeah. All right, man. So I'll say this. Everybody knows, anybody that knows me knows I am not a road course fan by no means, not my cup of tea. But I will say this: that was the best race I've seen at Circuit City of the Americas in Austin. I think shortening the track paid dividends. Again, still not my cup of tea, but hey, at least we got to see a green flag run to the checkers. We didn't see a crazy restart 4 or 5 times with everybody dive bombing and wrecking everybody. They worked it out amongst the best cars. And I enjoyed that. I'll give it that. Now, do I think we should do this 6 times a year? Nah, never 6 times a year. I say 2, but 4 max. But you know, why listen to me? I don't know. Why listen to anybody? 2, man. I got somebody that's been watching longer than me says 2. I say 4 max. 2 is my preferred as well. 4 max, but 2. I mean, that's just not what NASCAR is. We go less, and only less. That's what it's all about. So, like I said, Seabell wins it all, man. I tell you what a good run. Tracked down Kyle Busch there, and he didn't make it easy on him. He ran him really hard. I will say I really enjoyed those 2 guys racing and bringing William Byron in there towards the end. Tyler Reddick coming in towards the end. I mean, SVG leading lap. AJ Allmendinger hungry. I mean, that was a great run. It was a great run. And I really like to see Kyle Busch doing what he does. I mean, started the season out this year really hot. I really hope he can keep it up. You know, I really hope that RCR is giving him a decent piece of equipment all year when they can to come out and win races. I mean, that's all he wants to do. He wants to win races. He wants to win the championship over there. Championship might be out of reach, but race wins are not. So, I mean, we'll see what he can do, but it was awesome. Now, again, going back to the Ross Chastain Chase Elliott, I'm telling you right now, what Chase Elliott should have done is at the end of the race, after coming back and finished fourth, he should have got out of the car, walked right down there to Ross Chastain and punched him square in the mouth. That's what should have happened. You know what I mean? Lap 0, turn 1, man, and you want to dive bomb and go crazy like we're going to win the race. It's just, man, that's the kind of stuff and why you don't get the respect you deserve. And then you want to bitch at Carson Hocevar about pushing people hard or making moves on him. Man, spare me. Carson Hocevar to punch you in the mouth. You know what I mean? That's what ought to happen. But anyways, before the year's out, we're going to burn some Ross Chastain stuff up here. I'm smashing a watermelon or something. I don't know. We doing something. I'm over Ross Chastain, man. Get out of here. Denny Hamlin, Austin Dillon drama right there, baby. I'm going to tell you what. Like I said earlier, I think it's funny that Austin Cindric gets penalized and Denny Hamlin didn't, and we'll talk about it. Anybody that was watching that race knows exactly what it was. And Denny Hamlin wanted to be upset. No, I slid on dirt, and there was dirt and this and that on the track. Man, spare me, bro. I tell you what, Austin Cindric, Ty Dillon, man, we're heating up. We're getting hot already. We're not even warm outside yet, y'all. It ain't even May yet, man. It's already, tempers are flaring. People are driving people up and down crazy, running people into the dirt. I tell you what, man, it's going to be wild. But all in all, pretty good race there. I mean, at COTA. Like I said, that was the best one I feel like we had there. I think shortening the track definitely helped. I still don't like the 0 turn into turn 1. I think that maybe we need to figure out a different configuration for that. I don't care if it rounds it more or something. I mean, that's just, you're asking for it. And I get the drama, but you're asking for it, man. And these guys are going to take when they can take. So hopefully it changes, but we'll see how it goes moving forward, man. So Phoenix preview, man. Hey, I tell you what, you better get it in now and get that data, because this is where we end the season for that championship run. This is what it's all about. Get that car set up good and come in and run it, man. I mean, who can win it? Ford's been dominant. Ford's been dominant, not so much in the spring, but they've been running good, man. We'll find out Sunday, but better yet, make sure you come up here to Coach's Corner, Savannah's home for NASCAR racing. So many TVs, so many sounds, man. I'm telling you what, they got it hooked up out here in the Sound Garden. Make sure you come up this Sunday and check it out. Good little run there at finish. We'll see who comes victorious, but I got my own set, 5 guys I'm taking, man. So, getting ready to get into that next segment. Liberty Forge keys to victory, but before we do, got to give a big shout out to Liberty Forge wheels, man. 100% made here in the USA. They are bad ass. I promise you that. I'll have it on next week. I said that last week, but I got caught up today. I couldn't put it in the car and haul it up. I gotta find a hidey hole here to leave it, but we'll have it up next week, man. You'll see that. Based out of Oklahoma, like I said, man, it's one of 2, I think, places in the U.S. or maybe in the world that have floating center caps, fully customizable for your company logo or whatever you want on them. I mean, they are legit to the T, man. Fully customizable. Like I said, these are not prefab made wheels. These bad boys are cut to order. You can get different background colors, different powder coat colors, different finishes, different sizes, different styles. They got it covered. Make sure you hit that online. Check out Liberty Forge, man. I'll have some gear. I've got a shirt and a hat. I've got a t-shirt and a hat. We'll throw one or two, or we'll give one away on the show and probably throw one in a cooler full of joy. But we're going to spread that merch, man. I tell you what, really good company. Close friends of ours are working there with them, and I love to see what they're doing, man. They are growing. So if you got that big boy truck, you got something you're looking to throw some wheels on, Jeep, whatever, make sure you check out Liberty Forge, man. So Liberty Forge, keys to victory. Data, 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 and data. That's the key to victory here this week. Doesn't really matter. You want to go win, you want to run good, but at the end of the day, it's all about the data for the end of the year. Make sure you come in and you run as many laps as you can, collect as what you can, and do what you can. Pit road, as always, is going to be key. No mistake. You got to get on, get off clean. We'll see what tires do. I think they'll have the tire option, I hope. I think every short track, mile and under track should have the tire option, the softer compound or the, whatever primes or whatever they want to call it. And to be honest with you, I hope as we progress with this, I wouldn't mind seeing them be able to run one set on one side and one on the other. I mean, who cares, right? Like, at the end of the day, do what you do. It's all going to pay dividends, and it's all going to come out in science, right? X amount of laps, this is going to happen. I don't know, let's see what happens. But I will say this, long runs is going to be a key this weekend. I don't feel like we're going to see very many cautions. I feel like restarts are key. You better get it when you can, and we need to have a very long run car. I will say that. I don't see very many cautions coming up, like I just said. Long run speed is going to pay dividends. So make sure if you're betting, you pay attention to practice before you lock it in, because that's going to tell you a lot. So getting into that next segment, man, we're getting ready to pick that top five. But before we do, we got to give a big shout out to Redfin Polarized Sunglasses over there in the money line. It don't matter whether you got a wall hanger or a money on the line. Make sure you see it clearly with the best polarized sunglasses on the planet, Redfin Polarized. Italian frames, Carl Zeiss lenses. Like I said, these bad boys have all kinds of different coloration for whatever color water you're in, frame styles. Swag to the T, man. You see the hat, baby. I got to get a new. I'm gonna order some here this next couple of weeks. But man, I love it to death. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. These things are made for the woods, the water, date night, whatever it might be. Make sure you check out the website. Use code Rubbin' and Grubbin' to save 15% at checkout. And as I always like to say, baby, live life fins up, and Redfin Polarized, baby. Don't get caught without them now. So getting into that top five, I'm gonna tell you what. If you don't take the 12 car number one this week, you are an idiot. 2.8 average finish on a career there at Phoenix. Winner a little bit ago. I tell you what, Ryan Blaney's gonna bring the thunder. I feel like he's gonna be good. I'll take him. 1, 2 for me should be a simple pick. I'll take Christopher Bell. Again, a top 7 that's active drivers right now at that track out of X amount of races. I think he's gonna lead some laps. I think the 20 might be one to beat. 3 for me, Kyle Larson. You finally see Kyle Larson come to life a little bit outside of that road course there at COTA, but you really get to see him in his forte and building that repertoire, him and Cliff Daniels. So I'll take the 5-3. 4 for me, we'll go the 24 and William Byron. Too good of a season to pass them up. Won this race here either last year or year before that. Won this race a little while back. So he knows what it takes to get it done at Phoenix there in the spring. Last but not least, another Ford. I will take Joey Logano here this week. Again, I think if there's a mile track and or a mile and a half, is definitely in the next 2 weeks he's going to get it put together. So we'll see what that 22 Pennzoil and Penske team can do. Some dark horses. I'm going to take Carson Hocevar. I'm going to take Hocevar again, man. I'm taking Hocevar right here in the 77. And I tell you what else I'm going to take. I'm going to take Eric Jones, of all people. I'm taking Eric Jones, the 43 car, to have a good run here at Phoenix. Had a knack for it there when he was over at Joe Gibbs. I think maybe they bring a good piece, judging by what his teammate did and knowing what's going on. So I'll take him this weekend as well. So we'll see for sure and what that goes into. But, we're going to pause one last time for station identification, y'all, before we get into the next segment and the hard right turn. But I hope everybody's having a good Wednesday, enjoying the time, enjoying the show. Thank you guys for tuning in, man, and cheers as always. Oh, yeah, man. So getting into that hard right turn, but before we do, got to give a big shout out to my main man, Lamar, over there at Lamar's Body Shop. 35 plus years, taking care of all of Savannah's auto collision needs. The best in the business. Lamar and his team, they're not cutting corners on you, man. They're not fading the funk. They're going to give it to you straight and tell you what it is. Doesn't matter. You need some parts replaced, new paint job, estimate for the pesky insurance company. We all know that how that goes. Make sure you drop it off over there at Lamar's Body Shop. 2301 Skidaway Road. Hop, skip, and a jump away from Coaches. Kind of a win-win. You can drop it off, come over here, eat lunch, go back, get the car. I mean, come on, man. What more can you ask for? Again, 2301 Skidaway Road, Lamar's Body Shop, the best in the business. As I always say, why settle for par? Go see Lamar, baby. I love you, man. So get into that hard right turn, and this is what we're getting ready to get into. Now, I'm going to take these off, but I'm going to tell you guys like this, all right? At the end of the day, one of the things that I cannot stand about what we live in NASCAR now is the unbiased or the biased BS that we run into between drivers and what's right and what's wrong. Whenever it's on somebody else, it's like, oh yeah, you know, that was wrong. But when they do it, oh man, it's 100% right. Prime example this weekend, Denny Hamlin. Okay, all right. And granted, we're at Courtesy of the Americas. We're not on a mile and a half. We're not at Charlotte, but I'm pretty sure last time I checked, Chase Elliot got suspended for a race for right rear hooking somebody, right? So here we are with Austin Cindric and Ty Dillon, and I guess maybe because it's not on a mile and a half, we're not suspended. I'm not complaining about that. I don't think he should have been suspended anyways, neither one of them. But the point being, we have another guy that I guarantee you, if you go look at that data, which Denny Hamlin is the first one to cry about some data, pull the data. Go pull the data. He didn't hit the brake. He never brake checked one time, drove straight through Austin Dillon into that turn. And to be honest, if you want to ask me, it was to manipulate the end of the race. I mean, does Christopher Bell catch Kyle Busch if that caution doesn't come out? Who knows? I don't know. Maybe it happened either way. But at the end of the day, you know, for a guy that sits here and cries a lot about different things, and then when he does it, you know, and people say something, it's, oh, you know, this and that. I'm just over it. Again, I think it's time that these young kids really start getting back into what NASCAR is. They need a personality. They need to let their emotions go a little bit. Again, you want to complain the week before at Atlanta, you had a young kid in Carson Hocevar, 22-year-old rookie, being aggressive, making moves and pushing people hard, and you want to cry about that and go, oh, he'll learn the etiquette of it. But then you come back the next week and just T-bone somebody and drive straight through them, enter in a corner. Like, how are you going to teach a young kid etiquette when you're over here doing something that was clearly avoidable, man? I mean, he's going for a race. So these young kids really need to start standing up for themselves, man. You're never going to get the respect of the older guys if you don't, whether it's on track or off track. I mean, again, it's prime example. Ross Chastain, Carson host of our conversation, and then we see Ross Chastain this week, lap 0, turn 1, drive into Chase Elliott, dive bomb, kamikaze. For what? On the first lap of a race. For what? You think you're going to finish there? No, you're not, clearly. Elliott came back to finish good, but again, I said it earlier. If I was Chase Elliott, I would have got out of that car, walked right down over there and punched Ross Chastain square in the mouth. That'd have been it. I'd have punched him square in the mouth. That's it, man. I mean, you gotta start paying dividends. If nobody makes anybody pay their dues, we're just gonna do it. I promise you. I promise you that. So I think it's funny how the shoe goes on different feet. I love how NASCAR just picks and chooses. Again, I think it's great. I think that's kind of like pass interference in the NFL. Some things are allowed one week, and the next week it's not going to be allowed, and that's just part of what makes the sport human and part of what makes the sport great. But I just don't like veteran drivers that cry about things that younger drivers are doing with half the experience they have, and then go out the next week and set an example to show them what you shouldn't be doing. So that's just me, but that's going to do it for the rubbing, baby. We are on to the grubbing, and I just went with something simple, one of my favorite tonight. I'm telling you guys right now, we got the dredge, chicken tendies, man, little road runner strips, as I like to call them, heading into Phoenix, man. That's the hottest thing they got back there, a little blue cheese, some French fries, plain and simple. We're getting ready to tear this thing up. I'm hungry. I'm telling you, I cannot wait. If you guys have not been up here to Coaches, I'm telling you, some of the best food you are going to find in the city. Come up a million different ways. Kitchen staff will do it however you want it. If it's feasible, they'll do it for you, man. Thunderbolt, Georgia, right here, center of the universe, the best place to be. Come out, Coach's Corner, baby. Let's see. We got Coach Paul DeMasi coming on right after me here around 7, so make sure you're staying tuned. If you haven't yet, go out, follow Coach's Show, not only on Facebook, but make sure you subscribe to that YouTube channel as well. He's keeping you up to date on all that prep sport throughout the area. A little bit of major league sports in there too, some baseball coming up, maybe a little spring training talk with coach. Who knows? You know, you never know what you're gonna get out of Demasi. But stay in tune for that here on Coach's Corner Sports Network. Let's see, this weekend? Yeah, this weekend, Friday, man. Yeah, fast fashion coming up right here Friday night. Depeche Mode. It's going to be an amazing show, so make sure you're getting your tickets. They're going fast. The weather's going to be beautiful. Best place in Savannah to catch some music. Saturday, I'm telling you guys, if you haven't seen them yet, Dropkick Turbo, good local band here from the area. These guys play anything and everything, arena rock, all the hits from the 70s, 80s, early 90s, man. It is just an awesome, awesome concert. Again, so it's already getting hot here in the Sound Garden. We're in March, man. We got opening weekend coming up, back-to-back concerts, Friday, Saturday night. Get those tickets, come out, support the local business, and again, like I say all the time, there is not a better place in Savannah to catch music than right here in the Sound Garden at Coach's Corner, baby. So that's gonna do it. We are done. We are wrapping it up, man. Got to give a big shout out again. If you haven't, like I failed to mention earlier in the show, y'all, just go ahead and just tell me where Ryan Blaney finishes this week at Phoenix. If you pick right and you subscribe, you pick right, Facebook, anything you pick, baby. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, you follow. If you tell me where Ryan Blaney is finishing, you get this helmet. Okay? Look. Certificates right here. Authenticity hanging in the inside, baby. You get this helmet. I'm trying to give this away, y'all. Please, just tell me where Ryan Blaney finishes. I don't care if it's 29, 28. I don't even care if you like NASCAR. Tell your grandmama. Sign on there, subscribe. Tell me where he finishes. Like I said, if we have a tie, we're going to do a random number generator and give it away. But it's up for grabs. I'm telling you, last weekend I picked 31st. What did he finish? 19, 20 or something like that? 20th. Right? 31st. It doesn't matter. You could say dead last or first. Doesn't matter, man. Just pick it. I'm trying to give it away. Got a lot of other good giveaways as well. So make sure you're following us on all our social and that YouTube channel, y'all. I hope everybody has a great Wednesday. I'm getting out of here. I'm getting ready to eat some chicken tenders before I go in here and pick some drivers for some NASCAR. Again, stay safe as always. I use this time. I like to tell everybody a little peace of mind. Look, man, we're coming into springtime. Love is in the air. I tell you what, the weather's going to be beautiful. Get out of the house, man. Enjoy your life. You know, don't get caught up in the everyday hustle and bustle and the routine of A to B and B to C. You know, explore, go out, get out of your comfort zone a little bit, try something new. You know, once a month, man, try a new meal or go to a new place or, you know, just do something new. You know, keep expanding your mind, expanding the horizons. I think that's what it's all about as humans. Let's continue to grow, learn from each other, and just better ourselves, man. That's what it's all about. So, hope you guys have a great Wednesday. Love you guys. Stay safe. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, till next Wednesday, love you guys. As always, wash your hands, y'all. See ya.